Hello, everybody. You know, I'm here to talk about the book, Don't Judge a Book by its cover. But before we even get to that, I got to add a little humor to everything that I do. I just want y'all to know, jumping to get his hair done and add a jewel to their skin complex. They do this with their hand. They rub their mustache just so you can see that action on that pinky right there. Not only look at that action on that pinky, look at that nail that go with it, boy. You just gotta admire that. My mother did such a good job. My father did such a good job with the genetics and the makeup of this handsome young man. I put these glasses on because I can just see the whole world and a view that is so wonderful. And I just want to tell everybody, man, y'all have a wonderful day. And don't let nothing stop you from smiling. Because people, entities, and energy will try its best to knock you off rhythm. Now, this chapter I'm going to call it Storms. And the reason why I want to call it Storms, let me get closer so you can see the grease in between my scalp. The reason why I call it Storms is because, look, I want y'all to know this, and this is real talk. We live in Galveston. And Galveston, we get hurricanes. Right now, we're in hurricane season. Let me tell you something about a hurricane. We'll see it developing wherever it decides to develop it. And we have time to prepare ourselves to see which path that it goes, see which path that it takes. One thing about a storm in Galveston, especially a hurricane, we have time to know that the storm is coming. You should be shouting right now because if you know that a storm is coming, you can prepare yourself. And I'm going to say that again. In Galveston, we have what you call as hurricanes. And we can see it forming wherever it comes from, in the Gulf, off the coast of Africa. Wherever it comes from, we'll know, we'll see it. The forecaster will forecast and let us know that, hey, we got some little development going on. We need to keep an eye on it. And then days go on and they project which way it is going to go. And let's just say it want to come to our direction that we know. See, that's another shouting cue. I'm going to keep saying shouting cue because, look, man, what I'm trying to show you about these storms is you can't stop a storm. Storms always gonna come. So if you know that they coming, you don't know what they gonna bring because you don't know what a storm gonna bring. They'll tell you heavy winds, they'll tell you heavy rains, but you'll never know until you get hit by it. When you get hit by it, then you gotta know what you have to do. You gotta know how you gonna adapt to it. You gotta know how you gonna adapt to it. Okay? So if you know the storm coming, you already embraced yourself that the storm is coming. You knew that the storm was coming. You knew that the storm's going to keep coming in your life. You know that storms are going to keep coming in your life. You have to be prepared for the storms that's coming into your life. You don't know what that storm going to bring. You don't know if it's going to bring heavy winds. You don't know if it's going to bring heavy rains. You don't know if it's going to bring flooding. You don't know what it's going to bring in your life. You don't know if it's going to bring pain, sorrow, joy. You don't know what it's going to bring, but you know it's going to happen. So if you know it's going to happen and you don't know what it's going to bring, that means when it's over with, you're still going to be standing. The casualties, you're going to have to count them, and then you're going to have to do something. You have to do something. It's how you react to the storm when it's over. Are you going to be a casualty? Are you going to be a death? Are you going to get up and you're going to go support and you're going to help somebody else recover? Because you got to recover. And the reason why you got to recover is because you fist to go through another storm. Because they don't stop coming. So if you know that they're coming, you be prepared for them at all times. If you made it through one storm, you know survival tactics. If you're going to stay, you know that you need to get in between the mattress so nothing can hit you on your head. Now in life, you need to understand that you got to have some protection around you. And I'm not talking about guns, and I ain't talking about a shot. I'm talking about you got to have protection. You got to know that your supreme being, always be with you. Because he promised you that. He promised you that he'll never forsake you. He promised you that. So if you know that, and I mean you truly know that, and you believe that in your heart, what are you afraid of? A little wind? A little rain? A flood? Didn't give you the fear. He didn't give you the spirit of fear. So don't let nothing scare you. Don't let nothing hyped up by somebody else or some entity scare you to go through your storm. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm almost finished with it. When I do, I want you to go out and read it. Then I want you to do something else. KSBM. When you think of KSBM, do not think about me. When you think of KSBM, think about yourself. Think about all the accomplishments that you went through. Think about all the struggle. Think about you still standing there. And why are you standing there in the midst of your storm and adversity? Why are you still standing there overcoming all odds? Why are you still standing there changing your atmosphere? Say to yourself, come see about me. And see how good you feel. When all the naysayers that said enough about you, when all the naysayers stabbed you in your back, and you still survived and walking. And you could just tell them with a light whisper, come see about me. Y'all have a good day. Make sure you look both ways before you cross the street. Get this pinky in here.